Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to be looking at a new Hitmontop card. I know, it's almost like we've had a bunch of gym leader cards revealed, and then one signature Pokemon for each of them to use as a card moving forward. But no, that doesn't sound right, does it? Now, our translation comes from the lovely Antoine Boulet here. Also, check the artwork. B and Hitmontop with the same pose there. That is kind of beautiful. And what we see here is basics. We've got 90 HP, which is kind of low, but it's a basic. It's to be expected. Retreat cost of 1, which at least does open up U-turn board for free retreat, so it could be worse. A weakness to Psychic, which isn't ideal. There are a bunch of Pokemon around. Dragapult might be good moving forward. It's got a terrible weakness, that one does, though. Mewtwo and Mew keeps hanging around. But then again, you got 90 HP. Let's not worry too much about weakness. You are, however, a fighting Pokemon. So that means Martial Arts Dojo to do a little bit of extra damage. That means Karate Belt to reduce your attack cost. Do remember Dante Prism Star is rotating, and that's very sad. But it also means you're hitting weakness. Weakness against Eternatus, which may well be the best deck around at the moment. Or weakness against Vikavolt, which looks like one of the best decks around at the moment. And weakness against Pikachu and Zekrom, but you get where I'm going with this at this stage, alright? There are lots of very good fighting weak decks, and this is going to take advantage of all of them in a rather hilarious manner, if it has a good attack. So starting off then, the first attack, 1 colourless energy. Discard a card from your hand. If you did, draw 3 cards. Yes. Love it. Love this attack. Love this attack on a basic Pokemon. This is exactly the kind of attack we keep getting on Stage 1 Pokemon, and I go, well, if it was a basic Pokemon, I'd really like it for early game consistency. But no, because it's a Stage 1. But this is totally a basic. And what that means is, turn 1, going second, this is just giving you an extra speed boost and a bit more consistency, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Essentially, what you're doing here is just drawing some cards. And drawing 3 is not something we see very often. As a general rule, you don't get to draw 3 cards when you're a basic, especially for a colourless energy. And do remember, right, we are talking colourless energy here, so this can go into any deck you like. When we're taking draw 3, now if we just do a little bit of a search, PokemonCards.com, really good website for doing this. So we have a look at Pokemon that are basics that draw 3 cards, and we limit the search to Pokemon that are legal at the moment. We get Oricorio, which doesn't really count, because it's an ability that draws 3, and it's only if one of your Pokemon was KO'd the previous turn. And then we get a Lickitung, which doesn't actually count, because Lickitung was in Ultra Prism, and it is totally rotating. Also worth pointing out that it might have been colourless energy, but it was 2, so you're talking something like Twin Energy or Welder to get it rolling. Put very simply, if you want draw, not shuffle draw, Wishy-Washy's got you for shuffle draw, although it does have, 30 HP. If you want draw from a basic Pokemon for a single colourless energy, this is the best option we've got, bar none. Drawing 3 cards good. And I know you got to discard a card from your hand, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's fine. Because the reality is what you're actually going to do here is either discard a card you don't need, or discard a card which is going to be able to work from the discard pile. So, discarding a basic energy because you're playing Turbo Patch, and that will allow you to flip a coin and if heads, attach that energy to one of your basic non-GX Pokemon. So there are plenty of reasons why this is going to end up being pretty gosh darn good. I mean, I keep showing you that promo Machamp that's coming out as part of Champions Road, and for 2 energy, that does 20 damage for each fighting Pokemon in your discard pile. Well, drawing extra cards so you get your Machamp out quicker, while discarding extra fighting Pokemon so you do extra damage when Machamp does come out, it certainly sounds like if you want to play that Machamp, that this Hitmontop would be kind of ridiculous. So I love the first attack, but the first attack is actually a handy bonus. The main selling point probably is this second attack. 50 damage, no. If you played B from your hand this turn, this attack does 80 more damage. So now you've got a basic Pokemon hitting 130, and now we're rolling. And actually, this is probably a good time to stop for a moment and remind you what B actually does. B is a supporter card. When you play it, you discard the top 5 cards of your deck, and you get to attach any energy you discarded, does not have to be basic, does not have to be fighting, to your benched fighting Pokemon in any way you like. Yes, you can spread the energy around multiple Pokemon. So if you hit a twin energy, because this is a fighting twin energy, you can attach it. If you hit a stone fighting energy, which reduces damage done to you by 20, you can totally attach it. And even though this is not with 90 HP the best candidate for a stone fighting energy, the alternative would literally be to discard it, and we don't really have any good ways of getting special energy back right now. So you know what? This actually works. And then, of course, as long as you hit enough energy off of B, and you probably only need to hit 1 energy, as long as you've got a twin energy in hand or you hit a twin energy off this, otherwise you need to hit 2. And then all of a sudden, hey look, you're off and rolling. And 130 damage is good. 130, we talk a lot about the difference between 120 and 130. 130 will get the majority of single prize Pokemon. You're not going to get them all. There will be some that escape. It's sad but true. But you know what? You'll get a lot. And then, of course, we've got the whole weakness thing. Now, you're not getting everything that's weak. But you will get Vikavolt. And you will get Pikachu and Zekrom. And you will get Eternatus V. All pretty good. You won't get Eternatus VMAX. And I know that's very sad. Eternatus VMAX comes in with 340, you're just not doing it. Unless you're behind on prizes and you've got Martial Arts Dojo in play, at which point that 130 becomes 170, that 170 with weakness turns into 340, and oh look, you happen to be doing the exact amount of damage you need in order to get a one-hit KO on an Eternatus VMAX. Seriously, doing 130 here is absolutely beautiful in terms of the magic number. Now, we do need to mention what we always mention with these kind of supporters, like we mentioned with all the others. It's not a draw supporter. Now, it will get you your energy, it will advance your board state, but it won't draw you cards. It won't get you a supporter for next turn. It's not going to get you any Pokemon, etc. So you need to be prepared to play this. Playing this turn 1 is awesome, but have you got something else to do? Have you played a Dedenne to draw some cards? Do you have something like Jirachi or Cinccino on the bench so you can draw cards in the future? It's not the end of the world. We've got plenty of options for Pokemon Draw at the moment, but it's something you always need to bear in mind when you're playing a supporter like B. If you play this, you're not drawing cards with anything else. But then again, you could be attaching 3, 4, 5 extra energy, and I know you're not going to all the time, I get that, but there are going to be times that you do, and when you do, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. The fact of the matter is, B is not really one of those cards you're going to be playing, hoping to hit 5, or you'll be hoping to hit 5 energy, but you're not going to be expecting to hit 5 energy. It's not realistic. What is far more likely is you're going to need 1 or 2 extra energy, and this will allow you to hit those 1 or 2 extra energy, and at that stage you're going to have something like Hitmontop rolling. The fact of the matter is, I kind of like everything about Hitmontop. Because you can play it for the second attack, and you need to have the free energy, and you need to hit B, and you've got to play B or it's not worth playing, and actually you should be KOing a lot of 2 or maybe even 3 prize Pokemon, and that's kind of beautiful. But even if you never use that second attack, you've still got one of the best setup attacks we've got in the game right now. Discarding a card which you can make work for you while drawing free cards, and there is no other basic Pokemon that can draw free cards as an attack right now. I love it. I really like this. I'm giving it 4 Wassies, and that might seem a little bit high, and if it is, it is. Feel free to argue with me in the comment section. I just really like this, and I think in fighting decks, this is going to be a phenomenal turn 1 option. You go second, you can't evolve, you haven't got an attack. What am I going to do? I know, Hitmontop. But I'd like to know what you think, so let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts, be nice, and then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassie, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.